Folks, many of you who watch my channel know that I'm kind of a dyed-in-the-wool Premiere Pro fan, but from time to time people ask me, Tony, what would you recommend if you can't afford Premiere Pro to edit video? I think I have the answer now. I got to tell you, PowerDirector 15 from Cyberlink is a pretty awesome little package. Now, I'm not an absolute expert in it, but I thought what I could do tonight is give you sort of a first look. PowerDirector 15 is a new release that's come out. If you look here at this screen, now forgive me folks for not having a screen capture. My screen capture software is acting up and I can't make it work right, so I'm actually having to shoot the screen with a camcorder. But you'll see here that it has some cool features. It can do 360-degree video. It has this easy editor, which I've not used. I just use mostly this full-featured editor because I'm sort of a full-featured editor kind of guy anyway. You got a theme designer, slideshow creator, a whole lot of cool stuff. And here, right at the very beginning, you can set your aspect, whether you do 9:16, whether you for a cell phone, whether you're doing a 16:9 or 4:3. Most of us are going to use 16:9. I'm going to go ahead and just pick that, and I'm going to open up a project. And so, I mean, this is kind of what comes up when you first open it. And so it has like a project with some stuff in there, some samples. But I'm going to say File, Open, Project. And here is what I call wedding bits. I'm going to say no. So what I did, I just told it not to merge the video from the project or the sample project into this. These are actually some clips that I've pulled in from a wedding that I shot just recently. So how do you import the clips? You can go right click and you can say import media files, or you can go up here to file and you can do it. I can just right click inside the window and then I can pick a media file that I might want to pull in here. Let's say it's, I don't know, it's this wedding cake here, which looks really nice. So we'll say open, we'll pull in the wedding cake. Now, I have already done some edits here, but I'm going to go ahead and delete all these edits so you can see sort of how the workflow is. I'm going to Control A to select everything on the timeline down here, and I'm going to hit delete, and now everything goes away. So let's pull some video down onto the timeline. So you can see you can pull one clip at a time, or you can pull down multiple clips. Let's go ahead and grab every single thing from there on. I held the shift key down as I clicked the first one all the way to the end. I pull these down, I put them on the timeline there, and it brings all of them in. You've got a plus and minus key down here where you can see everything to whatever zoom level you're comfortable with. And the way you typically edit this video, at least this is me. Now I'm new to using PowerDirector. I'm not as savvy with it as I am with Premiere, but I like to just hit the space bar and say, okay, I'll kind of like to come in there maybe. And then you can right click on this and you can do split, or you can do the Control T soft or the Control T shortcut. And then you can either delete this, if you hit the delete key, and you've got these different options. You can either leave the gap. Most of us are going to want to do this Alt Delete here, which is remove fill gap and move all clips. When it does, it removes the clip and moves everything else backward, just like a ripple delete in Premiere Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the space bar again. Let's say I want to leave this little bit of that flower there, and then I'm going to do the Control T again. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to do the Alt Delete again. And there we go. It's so fast, it's just like that. So I'm going to do a few edits here right quick. Let's pull over here, do a Control T, and let's get rid of this part. We'll do the Alt Delete. And I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of edits. I'm going to make some edits and we're going to come back, okay? So I've made a few edits. I thought I'd go ahead and show you while I'm at this that you don't have to do the Control T method every time. You can just click on here, and if you can remember about where you want to be in this clip, then you can just pull from the side here and it will automatically put a place in there. You say trim and move clips and it moves the bit from the beginning. So then you can hit the space bar again, and there you go, and stop at this point. I do prefer to do that Control T type thing though. Okay, so I've gotten to the end of my edits here. You don't have to do the Alt Delete or the Alt Delete on this. You can just hit Delete when you get to the end because there's nothing else to forward back like in your ripple delete. So here I have a bit of video, and so I can pull across it. I can see all the different clips that I have. And folks, all this is 4K Ultra HD video that I've done here in this example. It will handle any kind, 720p, 1080p, 480p. It's going to handle all your video, but the Ultra HD, I thought I'd throw the hardest at it. This is Ultra HD that was shot at 100 megs per second with a Sony FDR AX33, so it's pretty robust file that I have here. Naturally, you're going to want to do some color correction on some of this. So if you click on a clip that you want to edit, you can go here to go. You have this fix, enhance here. There's a lot of control that you have, and almost everything again that you're going to be looking for color adjustment and all is in there. If you click on this, it'll pull some of this up. I don't want to change the exposure on this, but I might change the brightness up to about 15. Hit enter, and so it went ahead and it boosted it up. Let's say I want to do my saturation up to maybe, I don't know, 120. And then move forward. And so that brought my saturation up. Let's bring this vibrance here up maybe, I don't know, 15%, something like that. And then, I don't know, do I need anything with the shadows? Probably not at this point, but let's go ahead and just do it for the heck of it anyway. Let's do a 10 on the shadows. And so now I have actually a pretty nice looking bit of video there, a little sharper. It pops a little better than it was before. You can see you have some lighting adjustment. You can do stuff like extreme backlight. I don't know that I had a backlight. Maybe this is a little bit backlit here. I haven't even tried this effect yet, so I click on that, what happens? Wow. So you can go, you can really get rid of that backlight type thing. Let's go down a little bit with that though. It looks like it's a little harsh. If I took that down to about 27, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Wow. But let's, you also have like stuff like video enhancement. I've not even had a chance, honestly, to see what that does. I imagine it's sort of an auto, let's just click on that. It looked like it just did maybe like an auto correct, auto balance and everything. That looked pretty nice there, what it did with the flowers. Here's the Asheville skyline. I wonder what would happen if I did video enhance on that. Yeah, just sort of a real nice color. Looks like an auto contrast type thing. You can click on this little thing with a lightning bolt on it. That's what's called transition room. Now it comes with transitions. You can also go download thousands of transitions from their user site, which is pretty darn great. Me, I tend to like the more conservative sort of blurs and things like that. So here's like a blur. Let's go ahead and pull this onto maybe this over this 2 pieces of video here. And that's going to be kind of a long blur. If you right click on it, you can do modify transition, and it will tell you how long the blur is going to be and what the blur levels are going to be and everything. Me, I tend to go to about 1 second for these type things. So that's going to be all right for me, and I'll say reset. And so there you can see in the timeline it's automatically changed that transition. Let's find a different transition here. And again, I'm one of those guys that kind of likes the, this flare is kind of nice. I did see this one. You can see here it's going to preview it and show you what it's going to do. I'm going to pull this flare down onto this one. Now instead of going and right clicking this time, I'm just going to drag. I'm going to drag it, and it's going to tell me that I've got to 23 frames, which is perfect because I'm using 24 frame video, 24 frame per second video on this. Let's put one more transition in. I wonder what this glare does here. That's pretty dramatic looking. Let's give it a shot. Let's put it between the flowers and the Asheville here. Let's give it kind of a, and you know what you can do, now you can preview these transitions if you like, but it's not going to give you the best quality until you render it on out. I'm going to hit the space bar and you can see sort of what it's going to do. I don't know that I like that one or not, but we'll go ahead and leave it. What the heck? It's something different. And we'll see how these look when we render out. You got all kinds of barn door type stuff. What's this sparkle here? I have no idea. Some of these things.
Water feature they have here.
That's crazy, but I like these things to happen fast if I'm going to do them. So let's put that crossfade in right here, and that's just going to be like a general old dissolve. So there we go. Now I've not done a whole lot with the audio either yet. I've not done tests with it, but it looks like very robust tools for audio. You can go in, you can do voiceovers and everything on this. You've got definitely audio tracks down here. If you see at the bottom, right here you have a voiceover track. You can add audio tracks, just about anything you're going to want. So yeah, again, we're just scratching the surface now, just a first look. The main thing that impressed me about this is the video quality when you go to render. It really looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the produce button up here. This is once I've got the timeline what I want it to be. I go to produce, and it's going to take the video and the timeline, and it's going to ask me what option I want. And so it comes with presets. We can go to AVI, MPEG-2, Windows Media, XAVC-S. I like just plain old H.264 AVC, although you do have the new H.265 high efficiency video codec, which is awesome. I've just not gotten used to using it, so I'm being a little tentative of using it right now. Since I do a lot of YouTube, and YouTube still likes the H.264, I'm sticking with that. Now, I'm using a custom setup here, but you got defaults. So you can go here, you can decide, this is 4K video, so I would typically choose a 4K. You see that this 4K that comes with it is 50 megs per second. Well, I shot this video at 100 megs per second, so I wanted better than that. So I made my own template. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you make a template with this, how easy it is to do. I'm going to go ahead and click create a new profile. I'm going to call this 75 megs per second. We'll call it Tony's 75 meg 4K. Okay. Then you're just going to click on video. You're going to choose your video size, and then of course this is 24 frames per second, so I don't want to use 2997. I want to use the 23976. I do want it to be progressive, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to tell it to be 75000. And so you see you can do from 15 megs per second up to 200 megs per second. I'm in the quality mode. I'm going to say if I want to go to audio and check that, 384 is good. You do have these other options here. You can do 128, you can do 160, 192. 384 is typically what I'm going to be using. I'm going to say OK. And then you're going to hit your start button. And depending on where you've told it to go, you have to create your path to where it's going to go. But it will render this video out, and it will render it out pretty quickly. So how fast does this render opposed to Adobe Premiere Pro, opposed to Final Cut? It seems to be pretty darn snappy, folks. It depends on what kind of processor you have in your computer, how much RAM you have. I'm using a second generation Core i7 with a lot of RAM, 32 gigs of RAM. And so, as you can see, it's cutting through it like butter right now. So this video is going to be finished in just a minute or so. And I would say that it's comparable to Premiere. I've not done an apples to oranges test yet just to see, but my feeling is that it renders the video very well. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to belabor the point. When we get to the end of this render, I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into this video. I'm shooting this video, the screen capture at 1080p, so I'm blowing it up. I'm shooting with a GoPro that I'm talking right now, so that's going to be in 4K. And then we'll go to the 4K video. So what I would recommend you do is go to, if you have an Apple, if you have an iMac that has the 5K Retina screen, take a look at it. If you have a 4K television, take a look at this video. It is splendid looking video. My take on this is it does almost everything I would want to do, and it does some things even better than Premiere. I do like some of the transitions and stuff that I've not been able to find in Premiere, nothing even close to it, that are actually usable transitions. I'll also say this, if you're an owner of the Samsung Gear 360, which I am an owner of that, this is a great package for editing those videos. It's going to look much better than what you do with even Action Director, or comparable to what you're going to do with your cell phones, your Galaxy S7 or whatever. It's going to give you a lot of control. So you're going to be able to make some really great looking videos. My render is done. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like. I gotta say, 2 thumbs up. This is an excellent package. It's affordable. You own it. You don't have to keep paying a subscription. Look into it, folks. If you're looking for a quality video editor that's very flexible with a whole lot of options, a whole lot of bells and whistles. I'll be doing some future videos to tell you some more things about this package because I'm pretty excited about it. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Do it back out here. Water feature they have here. That's a lily pad flowers instead. Guests will be arriving soon.